Hi, I'm Stuart Gorsky, and welcome to My Senior Life. Hi, everybody. I'm at Lowe's Hardware today in Hawthorne, California. I have a problem, a serious problem. Squirrels are digging holes in my tomato plants, and at times they're destroying the little seedlings, the little flowers, leaves that are trying to pop up. And now I'm at war with squirrels. Now, I've nicknamed squirrels, all squirrels, their name is Chipper. So when I talk about Chipper, you know it's squirrels. So I saw something on YouTube. A lady took some plastic forks and she stuck the handle into the dirt, and the fork part was sticking out. And if Chipper jumped into the pot, he might get stuck a little bit or hurt a little bit. I haven't heard of anybody getting killed or blood, but at any rate, Chipper would not bother her plants. And then somebody else had a similar plan. They took some chicken wire and they cut that up and they put that in there, and I'm sure it looked a lot better than forks sticking up out of your plants. So I'm at Lowe's looking for some chicken wire or something that would work. And I don't want to spend a fortune, but Chipper is causing me a fortune of anxiety, driving me nuts. So I found a couple of items that look like they may do the trick. And the first item, well, here behind me, I have all kinds of chicken wire, different pricing, but my God, these are big rolls. And kind of what I saw here for $13.99 looks like it may do the trick, but the price isn't the end of the world, but it's like, who needs 25 or 50 feet of this stuff? So a young fellow told me that the other part of the store had something much smaller that might do the job. So I went and I had found it, and let me grab it here so I can show you. This is only like $3, and it's just a long sheet, and it looks pretty good. And I could probably cut this and use them as little pieces. You can see the top is a little bit pointy, so if I keep cutting in that direction, this may do the job. So let's go see if we can stop Chipper from ruining my tomato plants. So as you can see, I have a number of plants out there, a lot of cherry tomatoes, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the pots that have the forks in them, and I'm going to replace most of them with this fencing material that I bought, and we'll leave maybe a pot with the forks in it, and let's see what happens. See if one works better than the other, or see if they are complete fails. Chipper, damn Chipper, attacking my plants. We can't have that now, can we? Don't think so. So this is what I've got going now. I've got a little growing plant in there, and I got plastic forks pointing up. And this is day 2, and so far no Chipper. But he doesn't show up every day, so it's not a good test at this point. Let's walk over to the other area, and here are my Sweet 100s, which are growing. And I got forks in here, and again, this is only day 2, so we don't know what's going to happen. I love the Sweet 100s. There's so many cherry tomatoes that come up, and they're just, I mean, so many, very bountiful, very tasty, and I love the cherry Sweet 100s. Now, I have a lot of other plants growing. These are not the Sweet 100s. I've been doing pretty well with this. It just seems like the Sweet 100s, the Chipper wants to attack all the time. This is October 2nd, and I started very late in the season growing these, but I'm in Southern California and I could probably do this year round. And here's my last plant that's got the forks in there. this is what I selected from Lowe's. So I'm going to cut it up. This is only like $3 and something, so very cost effective. Okay, so I finished setting up my little chipper experiment. There's all my forks. And I put these three together. And in the middle, we still have forks. On the right and left hand side, we've got my little netting, my mesh in there. It's not really netting, it's mesh. I'm leaving the rest of these plants alone. They're a lot more full, so they don't really attack them that much. This plant, we've got the mesh in there. And all the way in the back, we've got mesh in there. And this is, I dug this out and I put some fresh dirt in there, is kind of like a distraction, kind of bait for Chipper to see if I could outsmart him and see if he would just start coming here and digging. So far, nothing's happened. I think maybe Chipper is smarter than I am. And let's walk over to the last set. You can see my solar panels. I harvest solar power a little bit for a ham radio for emergency communications. We'll talk about that another day. And here's my last couple of sets. And I did notice there was one fork I left in here, and over right there I noticed the big hole just a little while ago, so I decided to put the mesh in there too, so we'd see what happened. There was one fork there, and he still went on the opposite side. So let's see what happens, and we'll find out within a few days what's going on.